Of all the past where people took a turn on the stage of world history, the Mongols made the most stunning entry with mixing herding and hunting, quietly getting really good at archery and riding horses. But the reason the Mongols came to dominate the world really started with one guy, Genghis Khan. The story goes that Genghis Khan was born around 1162 with the name Temujin to a lowly clan. His father was poisoned to death, leaving Temujin under the control of his older brother, one of whom he soon killed during an argument. By 19, he was married to his first and most important wife, Bote, who was later kidnapped. In rescuing his wife, Temujin proved his military mettle and he soon became the leader of his tribe. But uniting the Mongols' confederations required a civil war, which he won largely thanks to two innovations. First, he promoted people based on merit rather than family position, and second, he brought lower classes of conquered people into his own tribe, while dispossessing the leaders of conquered clans. Third, he made the peasants love him, the rich hate him, but they didn't matter anymore because they were no longer rich. With these two building block policies, Temujin was able to win the loyalty of more and more people, and in 1206 he was declared the Great Khan. After uniting the Mongols, Genghis Khan went on to conquer a lot of territory. By the time he died in his sleep in 1227, his empire stretched from Mongol homeland in Mongolia all the way to Caspian Sea. And in some ways, with Genghis' death, the empire was just getting started. His son Ogodai Khan expanded the empire even more, and many of his grandsons had conquered many other lands and people. Unfortunately for the Mongols, those guys were not always working together because Genghis Khan failed to create a single political unit out of his conquest. They broke apart into four autonomous empires: Golden Horde, the Ilkhanate, the Chagatai Khanate, and the Yuan dynasty. The divided Mongol empire gradually grew weaker as the Khanates were disorganized and succumbed to infighting. One of the biggest issues was that they failed to create a system to peacefully transition power, so when the last ruling era of the empire died, the government was left in chaos and ultimately overtaken by a rival. Finally, in 1368, the Ming dynasty overthrew the Yuan dynasty, which covered most of the Mongols' remaining land. At that point, Genghis Khan's last descendants retreated to Mongolia, where they ruled until 1635.